Greetings, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory, aka the Armchair Philosopher. Hello, Miss Amber J. I saw your little vid. I had to take some notes on it. If you show me yours, I'll show you mine. I thought it was interesting that you addressed such things. Excuse me. One of the things was don't put you offering BS, i.e., breaking promises. For example, if you went out to them, if your significant other, your man said, "Hey, honey, we're gonna go to the movies," but then later on he's like, "Hey, man, I promised Craig and him I was gonna kick it and play dominoes with him. Gotta go see you when I see you." And here you want to go to the movie theaters and get you some jujubes. I thought that was cute. I had to crack up at that. And I would agree with you in the respect that I think a man is as good as his word. So I think, and that's something that we've lost today. We've lost men being good with their word. I think everybody's been lost with being good with their word. But I think our word needs to be our bond. Don't act like a woman. That was something very interesting. Or you said something else, but I'm gonna sanitize it a little bit and say don't act like a woman. And I do believe that in today's culture, I think the lines of gender are blurring like crazy. You have women that are more masculine, you have men that are more feminine, and it's kind of this strange thing. And I think that today no one knows what their role is anymore. The game has changed. The thing has flip-flopped, all whacked out crazy. So we got dudes switching and wearing skinny jeans, and we got girls wearing Timbs and trying to be more dude than the dude is. So I just say that we're in a state of confusion. We're in a state of disorientation right now, and I guess that's something we really need to work on. I think if the family structure were intact, then we could have and possess those things. Now, you spoke of something called lack of communication skills. Like a man should be able to carry on a conversation, or hey, if he's feeling one way or thinking one thing, he should do that. Now, I felt that statement was kind of a loaded gun, with all due respect, of course. Because on one hand, if a man does express himself, let's say you don't like what he says and you get angry, now he has to deal with the drama of your anger. And maybe a lot of people don't want to deal with all of that. A lot of men go through the world, deal with the world every day. We have to fight the world, i.e., whether it be on the place of work, whether it be just socially, whether it be whatever. I think we as men, especially black men, we have a battle in this American society. So now when I come home and the lady that's with me is tripping, quote unquote, now she's upset. Now I got to deal with all of this. So it's like I had to fight the world and I got to fight you too. And that's not always a good thing. But I mean, I can see where you're coming from. Yes, women are more vocal about their feelings, and you all can sort of cry and sort your feelings out. Where we guys either keep it all in or we let it out physically. We kind of punch a bag or go to the gym or take a walk. But I did dig the Jeopardy reference. That was funny. Like, hey, what's going on? Doo, doo, doo. I love that. But I even got into the aspect of and then I would say that the reverse is true. I think that more often than not, like if a woman is upset, and I'll say, hey, what's wrong? And she won't tell you what's wrong. In fact, she'll sit there silent and look at you crazy, like you should be some sort of telepath. Well, so more communication. I think all communication needs to be had in general. I think if people could get over their fears of dealing with someone else's displeasure, as well as just if people could not be so defensive every time they hear something that's negative against them, maybe communication could be a little bit better. Now, I'm not implying that women are not able to handle criticism. I'm just saying that no one likes to be told that they're doing wrong, even if they are doing wrong. Jealousy. Now, jealousy. You touched on jealousy, and I thought I had to just speak to this. Number one, sometimes jealousy is an emotion. It isn't necessarily a wasted emotion, because all emotions have their purpose, whether we understand that purpose or not, I believe. And with jealousy, even though you're coming with me, there may be that little thing of doubt in the back of our minds. Like, hey, is she giving time to this dude when I'm not around? And that's kind of the fear, maybe the paranoia. Um, Also, too, you can have people whispering in your ear too. Let's say you're cool with everything, but every time your lady do something, maybe a friend of yours has planted some type of seed of doubt in your mind. So every time that lady does something, you're kind of like, wait a minute, that's what Leroy or Pookie and them said. So now, even if it was just a stray comment a friend made, now you wondering and thinking, and I roll with a guy like that. Like I was dating this lady, and he just constantly kept like whispering in my ear. So anytime she did something, I would always get paranoid, and that jealousy would kickstart in me. And sometimes I think that's a natural human thing, though. You can't really get eradicate jealousy, but you can deal with it when it rears its ugly head. Trying to be flashy. Well, I blame this on our rock and roll, excuse me, not rock and roll, but hip hop, R&B, rap culture. I blame the culture that will show us music videos and have lyrics where this guy's got women in thong bikinis jiggling and shaking in front of him on cars and swimming pools and flashy things. And I want the woman in the thong shaking her thing and showing off her bosoms and everything else because, hey, we men are visually wired. So it's natural to want to try to get that person's attention. For example, if you remember a stand-up that Dave Chappelle did back in the year 2000, it was called Killing Them Softly. And one of the things Dave Chappelle said was, a man's test in life, the thing that he desires is a woman. So men don't get nice cars because men like nice cars. Men get nice cars because it's like women like nice cars. Women like comfortable surroundings, so a man had to get a nice house so she could be comfortable in. Therefore, I wanted to get that woman. So what did I do? I had to show that I had a little something, something. And I understand that yes, if you're living in your mom's basement, you probably shouldn't be blinging and blanging out of control or trying to look like you balling out of control. But unfortunately, living in America, that bling bling culture has really, really, especially the black community, really messed with our minds. And every time we turn around, it doesn't help that I think both black men and black women continue to perpetuate that. So I think many men are flashy because they believe that's what women want. And it may be wrong to see women as these superficial beings, but such is the nature of the beast of this culture. Well, I've put in my 2 cents on your commentary. I am enjoying your videos. I've been trying to look at them. Just it's rare I can kind of get somewhere where I can upload my videos and also listen to the videos. So I'm kind of slow and it's hit or miss with me. So when I see something, I let it get to here, and I try to at least speak out and say I'm watching and I dig what you're putting out. So take care, be easy like Sunday morning, and you have a nice day.